So you point out the slave mentality
Hmm.
and something that and the necessity or desire to steal and curry favor for whatever reason. A statement is made. My problem is everyone thinks we're Roma. When it comes from Romanians, specifically Romanians, constantly said this like, "Oh, everybody thinks we're Roma," and honestly, stepping back, thinking of myself, I thought when everybody said where are Gypsies from, Romania. That's where they're from,
Hmm.
and that's what my personal belief was until I was about 23. Um, but is that a negative? Is that negative, or why would Romanians believe that that's a negative
Well,
thing?
I think it's funny as hell, and I tell you why. The word that they, during slavery time, the word they used for slave was tsigan. It's like that N word.
Hmm.
The Romanian argument that you hear constantly, Romania and Romani sound almost as like the same word, and people are always confusing them and thinking that we're all gypsies. And there was, and it's happened twice, a motion in Parliament in Romania to make Tsigan the official word to refer to Roma because Roma is confusing. That would be like Washington, D.C. making the N word the official word for African Americans. I mean, it's that stupid. But it was seriously proposed. Now, what's funny about it is that you walk down the street in Bucharest and you see Gaje, non Roma. A whole lot of them have got some gypsy blood. A whole lot of them. They don't want to acknowledge that.
Hmm.
That's why Ceausescu tried to create this master race. You know
Mm-hmm.
about that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He wanted to have a pure Dacian
Hmm.
white population. He would watch videos of Hitler over and over again. He was fascinated by Hitler's idea of a master race. How do you do that? Well, you get rid of all the genetic contamination
Mm-hmm.
and just breed the white ones.
Hmm. So, uh, I've heard this statement quite often from people who I consider friends. Is that I have nothing against the bad Roma, but it's the good Roma, and the good Romas are friends of mine and people that I know. Uh, or excuse me, I have nothing against the good Roma, but it's the bad Roma that I have a problem with. And uh, the concept is interesting to me because I've heard something similar here in the U.S. Like, oh well, all black people aren't going to rob you, but it's the ones who are looting with their pants halfway down, listening to loud rap music, or robbing convenience stores. That's the black people I have a problem with. But you're okay. You're an okay black guy.
They're confusing racial criteria with social criteria. That's only a step away from I hate gypsies, but I love their music.
Mm-hmm.
And so pick and choose.
Hmm. So the questions like these, and that's well, statements like these, and that's the last statement. A statement like these, how do these affect the self-image of the Roma community? How young Roma children see themselves growing up?
Well, like the Ashkali, like the Egyptians in Albania, they're Roma who want to stop being Roma. Um, Obviously, these are very negative things. You can rationalize them. You can say, well, they talk that way because they're stupid, because they're gaje. Thank God you're not a gajo, because you'd be stupid like them. Um, there's never going to be an end to people who hate. What you do get are these programs that have taken place in the past, and there are people who like to do it now, which are not aimed to integrate Roma, but to assimilate Roma, and that's a very different thing. Maria Theresa in Hungary in the 1700s had a massive, it was the Austro-Hungarian Empire. At that time, she had a huge program of assimilating the Romani minority. She made it illegal to speak Romani, to wear Romani clothes, to call yourself Romani. You had to call yourself a new Hungarian. The kids were forcibly removed and put with white families. The end result, after a generation or two, was a huge population that was still physically identifiable as Romani, as opposed to white, but they couldn't speak the language, they couldn't function in the culture, they were alienated from their own roots, but the white population still wouldn't let them in. They had become a visible minority, but not a culturally distinct minority. So they were in limbo, and they're still in limbo. And it's a little bit like the Chicano population in this country. They're not Mexican, but they're not white either.
Right.
A lot of them don't even speak Spanish.
Yeah.
They're kind of stuck in no man's land.